ಇವಾಗ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಾಯುನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ತೋರಿಸಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಈ ವರ್ಷದ ವಿಶೇಷ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಈ ವರ್ಷದ ವಿಶೇಷ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ರಷ್ಯಾದ ಸುಖೋಯ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಅಮೆರಿಕದ F-35 ವಿಶೇಷ ಆಕರ್ಷಣೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ರಷ್ಯಾ ತಮ್ಮ F-35 ವಿಮಾನವನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ರಷ್ಯಾದ ನಂತರ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಏರೋ ಶೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಕೆಲವೇ ಕ್ಷಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ತರ ತರ ಆಗಿದೆ. F-35 ಸುಖೋಯ್ ಯಾವುದು ಬಲಿಷ್ಠ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂಥರ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸುಖೋಯ್ Su-57 ಡ್ಯುಯಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, F-35 ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
What you witnessed right now is none other than the Hindustan Turbo Trainer 40. Please look straight ahead as the aircraft is positioning for its first maneuver. Started as HAL's own program, STT-40 has been under development since 2013. The first prototype of STT-40 performed its first experimental flight on the 31st of May 2016. Since then, the aircraft has completed all the tests including spin certification. The aircraft is now towards your left and positioning for a wing over. STT-40 is testimony of HAL's endeavor towards indigenous aircraft design and development. As the aircraft carries out the first wing over to the left, it will now position for a barrel roll to the right. This maneuver showcases the aircraft's maneuverability. The aircraft is maintaining a speed of 180 knots. Please look out for the next move of the aircraft as the pilot is now carrying out a wing over to the right and continue a barrel roll to the left this time. And here the pilot pulls up for a loop and then roll the aircraft to change his direction by 90 degrees by the time he is on his back. He continues with the loop while rolling the aircraft to recover in the original direction where he started the maneuver. The aircraft is now recovering in a wing over and coming in for the next maneuver, which is horizontal figure of 8. For executing this maneuver, the pilot will start a loop and go through the first half. Then before completing the loop, while the aircraft is on its back and pointing at ground in an inverted dive, he will flip the aircraft erect. He would thus have completed the one side of horizontal 8. He will now start another loop and repeat the maneuver to complete the other half of horizontal 8. The aircraft is being flown by Wing Commander Pratyush Avasthi today, who is a Chief Test Pilot at HAL. The aircraft is now positioning for doing a 270 degrees left roll to turn right. HTT-40 is designed by the Aircraft Research and Design Center of HAL. This aircraft is designed by a young team of designers comprising key disciplines such as aerodynamics, structures, propulsion, avionics, electrical and mechanical systems. HTT-40 is now positioned for landing. Do notice how easily the aircraft is maneuvering. You can see the aircraft flying to position for a short circuit and landing on runway. As the aircraft concludes its aerial display, it leaves behind a message that India's aviation future is bright and the sky is no longer the limit, but just the beginning. The aircraft shall land close to the base and come to a stop using reverse thrust. This is a unique feature of this aircraft. Please give a huge round of applause for HTT-40.
After such an enthralling performance by the HTT-40, we proudly present you the major success story of the Indian aerospace industry. The LCA Mark I Alpha is an advanced variant of India's first aboriginal fighter that stands as a symbol of technological evolution. Ladies and gentlemen, the most awaited display is going to be unleashed in front of you. The Alpha, as we like to call the Mark I Alpha, is lined up and it's ready for its aerial ballerina.
Với Adam Star, mỗi bộ suit đều là một tác phẩm nghệ thuật, được sinh ra từ những ý tưởng sáng tạo không ngừng. Những bộ suit của Adam Star được hình thành dựa trên kiến thức thời trang, chất liệu thượng hạng và tay nghề xuất chúng. Để tạo ra bộ phôi hoàn mỹ, phù hợp với vóc dáng người Việt, mỗi chi tiết đều được các chuyên gia tinh chỉnh vô cùng tỉ mỉ. Triển khai thiết kế từ việc khảo sát xu hướng, nghiên cứu phẩm dáng hình thể và chọn lựa mẫu vải. Cùng đội ngũ thợ may lành nghề, từ đường kim mũi chỉ được thực hiện bằng sự tận tâm và kỹ thuật thủ công điêu luyện. Công đoạn kiểm soát chất lượng được diễn ra nghiêm ngặt và chặt chẽ. Chúng tôi dành trọn tâm huyết để mang những bộ suit hoàn hảo nhất tới tay khách hàng trên khắp dải đất NGS. Adam Star, tôn vinh vóc dáng, đẹp mọi ánh nhìn.
Notice that the Alpha has taken off and is turning left to position itself for its first maneuver. That will be the whole ability of the aircraft. The aircraft is turning right to position itself for a series of neatly crafted rolls. Look to your right as the aircraft will approach you, carrying out a series of rolls demonstrating its rollability. As the Alpha carrying out a couple of rolls to the right, one follow to the left. Now the aircraft is preparing itself to show you the maximum rate turn. Notice the ease at which the pilot is carrying out this maneuver. The pilot quickly positions himself for a minimum radius turn. It is remarkable that an aircraft of this speed is able to carry out such tight turns. The Airfreight Mark 1 Alpha has the ability to carry out maneuvers with ease and great agility. As the aircraft has completed that maneuver, he is positioning himself for the low speed pass. In this, the aircraft will maintain just speeds of 130 knots. Can you look in front of you? The aircraft is approaching and it almost looks like he's just standing still. Look how elegant the Alpha looks as he crosses us. And there the Alpha goes to position itself for the next maneuver. For these maneuvers, the pilot takes reference from the runway and adjusts the angle of bank to precisely position at the desired point in space. The next maneuver being performed is called the pushover. Please note that the pilot is executing the pushover maneuver or the negative G maneuver and carrying out an outside turn. This shows Tejas' outstanding ability to turn with withstanding negative G maneuvers. The pilot is now carrying a smart reversal and an oblique half loop to show off the vertical ability of the aircraft. Or it is also called the half loop. Notice that the aircraft is able to maneuver vertically in front of you while turning to 180 degrees. As the aircraft recovers, it is now to witness a thrilling aerobatic maneuver. Our skilled pilot will now take the aircraft into an inverted flight. Now our pilot is literally hanging in midair, just suspended by a safety strap. As the pilot recovers rapidly, changing directions, he is going to fly in front of us for the next maneuver. Notice the ease at which the pilot pulls up and turns to carry out his roll to right and come in front of us. Today's flight is being flown by Group Captain K.K. Venugopal, the Chief Test Pilot for the fixed wing of the HAL. Notice the ease at which the aircraft is being flown and will carry out a roll to the right before positioning for a short circuit to land. As the pilot recovers, he is positioning for a short circuit. Notice how swiftly the aircraft maneuvers while lowering the undercarriage. Please look to your left as Group Captain K.K. Venugopal, the Chief Test Pilot, is turning on final for a short circuit to land. Even though the aircraft is a mere 700 to 900 meters, to conserve brakes and tires, it is a norm to carry out aerodynamic braking and use tail chutes. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Alpha right in front of you. Please give a huge round of applause for Tejas Mark 1 Alpha, its pilot and the team that has developed it. मेरी और सचिदम, अब आपके सामने प्रदर्शन करने आ रहा है भारत में ही रूपांकित, विकसित और निर्मित भारत का गर्व लाइट यूटिलिटी हेलीकॉप्टर LUH. Continuing the visual treat over the pristine skies of Bangalore, presenting now for the display is the latest addition to the rotary wing fleet of HAL, the LUH. A 3-ton class utility helicopter indigenously designed, developed and manufactured by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, which meets the requirements of both military and civil operators. LUH proved its mettle when it successfully performed landing and takeoff at the world's highest battlefield, the CHIon Glacier. Powered with a single turboshaft engine and equipped with a 4-bladed hingeless main rotor, LUH has sufficient power margins to cater to high-altitude missions. With absolute pleasure, presenting the first maneuver of LUH, 360-degree spot turn, climbing vertically up in a spiral at 300 feet per minute. And here she is, dipping her nose, accelerating smoothly to maneuvering speeds. Ladies and gentlemen, hold your breath as you see LUH speeding off. For another maneuver, the wing over to the left. The pilots make a sharp pitch up to 60 degrees, hit a paddle turn before they come out to the left and then dive right back. You can hear the charismatic noise of the main rotor blades of LUH clapping the air into submission as she accelerates into a level flight.
शानदार कलाबाजियों को जारी रखते हुए कैप्टन एक बार फिर विंग ओवर की तैयारी में, इस बार दाईं की ओर। The LUH now going in for a high bank turn with high G loading, demonstrating the excellent handling qualities and the performance capabilities. Piloting the LUH today, we have Wing Commander Anil Bambani, retired, who is a seasoned test pilot with more than 6,000 hours of flying to his credit. Sharing the cockpit with him is Wing Commander SP John, retired, VM and Chief Test Pilot Rotary Wing HAL, who has amassed more than 7,500 hours of flying.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the LUH comes right in front of us, please look ahead as the pilots are ready to perform a maneuver exclusive to the rotorcraft, the rearward flight. This will culminate into the accelerating tail-up power. Here she is, moving rearward, demonstrating the ability to handle strong winds from any direction. The tail-up maneuver showcases the razor-sharp response and the control power available to the pilot. Please direct your attention to observe the LUH accelerating and positioning to demonstrate two sharp stall turns. This chopper has the markings of a winner as it will now pull up to perform a marvelous stall turn. Climbing up steeply as it bleeds its speed to zero and with a sharp rudder turn accelerating downwards. Here it is, performing the signature maneuver once again right in front of us. These maneuvers are the hallmark of a versatile helicopter which are earmarked to replace the high altitude workhorses of the Indian Armed Forces, the Cheetahs and the Chetaks. As the old adage goes, save the best for the last. Towards the end of this segment, we shall now witness LUH move precipitously, building momentum to perform the zoom climb. This maneuver is carried out to gain altitude in the shortest possible time. The helicopter is now executing a steep, rapid ascent to gain altitude, which will level off at the top to gradually descend to lower altitudes. The intense forces exerted on the helicopter during a zoom climb demonstrates the robust airframe design and a powerful but nimble rotor which puts complete freedom in the hands of the pilot to focus just on the mission. ಗಣ್ಯರೇ, ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ಕೃಷ್ಟವಾದ ಹೆಲಿಕಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ತಯಾರಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಎಂಬುದು ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆಯೇ? ಹೌದು, LUH ವಿಮಾನವು ನಮ್ಮ ತುಮಕೂರು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿಯೇ HALನಿಂದ ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಲ್ಪಟ್ಟ ಏಷ್ಯಾದ ಅತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹೆಲಿಕಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಸಿದ್ಧಪಡಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿಯೂ ನಮ್ಮೂರ್ ಹೆಲಿಕಾಪ್ಟರ್. A shining example of Atmanirbhar Bharat, the LUH symbolizes India's growing strength in indigenous helicopter design and manufacture. Ladies and gentlemen, please give the wonderful pilots a wave and a big round of applause as this marks the end of a brilliant display by LUH.
The KC-135 Stratotanker provides the core aerial refueling capabilities for the United States Air Force and has excelled in this role for more than 60 years. This unique asset enhances the Air Force's capability to accomplish its primary mission of global reach. It also provides aerial refueling support to Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps and allied nation aircraft. The KC-135 is also capable of transporting litter and ambulatory patients using patient support pallets during aeronautical evacuations. KC-135 Stratotanker has been airborne from Bangalore International Airport and will be shortly arriving to enthrall you all with its presence.
ಆತ್ಮನಿರ್ಭರ ಭಾರತ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ, ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ತುಮಕೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣವಾದಂತಹ ಹೆಲಿಕಾಪ್ಟರ್ನ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟರ್ಸ್. ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿರುವಂತದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಮಿತ್ರರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹಳ ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಹೆಲಿಕಾಪ್ಟರ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನು ಅನೇಕ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ದಿನ. ದ 1st, 2nd ಮತ್ತೆ 3rd 10ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭವಾಗಿದ್ದು ಮೊದಲ 3 ದಿವಸ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರಿಗೆ 13 ಮತ್ತು 14 ಗುರುವಾರ. ನೋಡಿ, ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರು ಇವತ್ತು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಇದು ಏರೋ ಶೋ, ಬಹಳ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಏರ್ ಶೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು 2025. ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ರನ್ವೇಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡುವಂತಹ ಸಮಯ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ವಿಮಾನ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನೋಡೋಣ ಲೈವ್.
The KC-135 has been altered to do other jobs ranging from flying command post missions to reconnaissance. RC-135s are used for special reconnaissance and Air Force material commands. For those of you who missed the entry of KC-135, the aircraft is going to be again right in front of you, this time from right to left. Flying in from the right, once again KC-135 for all of you.
Keeping with the beat and the visual treat, prepare yourself for the zipping fighter aircraft. You're about to witness a low-level aerobatic display by one of the world's most agile fighter aircraft, the Su-30MKI, also known as the Flanker. The display will give you an idea of the maneuvers that the mighty Flanker is capable of performing. The Su-30MKI is a multi-role air superiority fighter. It is a two-seater, twin-turbofan aircraft. The MKI variant is tailor-made for Indian specifications and is capable of air-to-air and air-to-ground operations. It is integrated with the state-of-the-art radar and weapons capable of delivering a high degree of damage to the targets. The pilot in command today is Wing Commander Parvinder Singh Chahal, with nickname Parry. He is a qualified flying instructor and has more than 1700 hours on the type. Aiding him is the Weapon System Officer, Squadron Leader Amal NS. The Su-30MKI, combined with thrust vectoring, results in extremely capable maneuvering, takeoff and landing characteristics. The aircraft is capable of flying at high angle of attack owing to the canards. It has a fly-by-wire system which further improves the maneuvering capability of the aircraft.
हमारे इंडिजनाइजेशन इफोर्ट का एक और अच्छा परिणाम SMPP नामक भारतीय कंपनी द्वारा इंडियन आर्मी के लिए बुलेट प्रूफ जैकेट्स का निर्माण है। यह कंपनी टाइमली डिलीवरीज को लेकर भी बहुत ही प्रॉम्प्ट है, बहुत ही सजग है।
Ladies and gentlemen, can you hear the engines of the Su-30MKI roaring to take off in front of you? Rolling now. The deafening roar of the engines of the mighty Sukhoi. The aircraft is now positioning left to execute the famous loop tumble yaw. The Sukhoi 30 is one of the few aircraft in the world that can do this extremely complex maneuver. Shift your gaze as he takes the center stage, pulling up now. Look on as he describes a circle in the vertical plane. Let me see how many of you can spot the pilot inverted, waving at you. Notice how the nose travels quickly in a maneuver called the tumble, followed by the yaw, thereby bidding farewell to all the known laws of aerodynamics. This maneuver helps him change direction quickly, and apart from the sheer flying skill, this maneuver is made possible by a combination of thrust-vectored engines and fly-by-wire technology. Positioning from the right, this time, the aircraft shall perform a series of rolls in front of you. There he goes. The aircraft carries out a few other rolls in a climb. Flying in this manner not only requires skill, but a high degree of situational awareness and absolute mastery of the aircraft and its systems. Keep your eyes riveted to the aircraft approaching from your left. The speeds are as slow as 240 kilometers per hour. The aircraft performing the slow speed run. As they say, even the winds stop to stare. Pilots are repositioning to display another unique ability of the aircraft, the ability to turn in a dime, as they say, the minimum radius turn. The aircraft is flying at speeds close to 500 kilometers per hour and is describing a circle on ground less than 450 meters in radius. This astounding maneuver was only possible due to the sheer skill of the pilot and the spectacular handling characteristics of the Su-30MKI at all speed regimes. Ever seen a fighter in reverse gear? If not, then watch as the pilot is executing a marvelous maneuver called the tail slide. There you see 30 tons of machinery and 2 humans stationary in the air. There she slides downwards. The aircraft now positioning itself for landing. As the aircraft will lower the undercarriage, he will demonstrate the short landing capability of the aircraft.
The smallest aircraft of the display. The aircraft coming next is so small that one day each one of you could own it. And that's the purpose for which it has been developed by National Aerospace Laboratories. New generation Hansa aircraft, also known as Hansa NG, is India's first all-composite light aircraft designed and developed by CSIR NAL in the very light aircraft category, ideally suited for ab initio flying training, sports and hobby flying. Now you can spot the aircraft entering into a maneuver. As the aircraft reaches in front of you, the pilot has started executing a steep turn to the left. Now he is changing his direction by 360 degrees with the minimum possible radius of turn. Now, what you just witnessed was a 360-degree turn by the aircraft. After executing the first turn, now the pilot is positioning to execute a horizontal figure of 8. This horizontal 8 is a combination of two steep turns, showcasing the thrust margin of aircraft and its potential to demonstrate sustained rate of turn. The aircraft is executing the figure of 8, last part. While the aircraft is positioning for the next maneuver, I would like to introduce you to the pilot flying the machine. The aircraft is being flown by Wing Commander Saurabh Kumar Singh. He is a test pilot from esteemed aircraft and system testing establishment of Indian Air Force, based in your own beloved city of Bengaluru. Now notice the pilot is now positioning for wing over. As he puts the aircraft in shallow dive, the aircraft will accelerate and gain speed for wing over. Now aircraft is doing a left wing over. The aircraft is waggling its wings to say the goodbye to all of you. Now you can see the aircraft will be positioning for a short circuit and landing. It will land close to the dash and keep its nose up till very last, showing the capability for a very smooth landing. This aircraft is a two-seater low-wing aircraft with low noise emission and option to use both the motor gasoline and aviation gasoline. It allows for more flexibility and economical operations for meeting IFR certification. It has a service ceiling of 10,000 feet above mean sea level and a maximum speed of 140 knots. Now the aircraft is landing and it is leaving a message that the Indian Air Force has always been supporting and will always support the indigenous aircraft and systems, no matter what.
Pioneers of the aerospace industry in India, where the sky is not the limit, but merely the beginning. The legacy of 8 decades is just the beginning. As we ready ourselves for a future filled with innovative growth, engineering, sophisticated solutions, and cutting-edge capabilities.
Thank you.
increasing the pace of the air show. Coming up next, from your left, you will be shortly witnessing the takeoff of F-35 of US Air Force.
The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't want to waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They
Thrilling aerobatics performed by the F-35. Please look straight ahead as the aircraft of the Su-30MKI aerobatic team are leaving the tarmac and heading to the runway for takeoff.
for a minute and pretend.
And with that final big takeoff, all the 9 aircraft of the Su-30MKI team are now airborne. They will soon be joining up with each other in the sky and come in for a grand entrance which you do not want to miss. So please keep your gaze up in the sky and get ready to welcome the Su-30MKI aerobatic team. Su-30MKI टीम की स्थापना सन 1996 में हुई और इस टीम ने 2011 तक किरण विमान में एरोबैटिक्स का प्रदर्शन कर भारतीय वायुसेना का नाम रोशन किया। सन 2015 में टीम की पुनर्स्थापना हुई, मगर इस बार हॉक मार्क 132 वायुयान पर, जिसे आज आप बहुत ही नजदीक से देख पाएंगे। I am extremely proud to share with you that the Su-30MKI team is the only 9 aircraft aerobatic team not just in India but all across Asia. सन 2015 में इस टीम में केवल 4 विमान उड़ान भरते थे। सन 2016 में इस टीम में 6 विमान शामिल हुए और 2017 में भारतीय वायुसेना का उद्देश्य 9 एयरक्राफ्ट एरोबैटिक टीम बनाने का ये सपना पूरा हुआ। सेना जानी जाती है अपने अनुशासन, एकाग्रता और कार्यकुशलता के लिए, और सूर्य किरण एरोबैटिक टीम इसी हुनर और जोश को दर्शाएंगे। So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the ambassadors of the Indian Air Force, the Surya Kiran aerobatic team led by Group Captain Ajay Dasrathi. Was a spectacular loop. Please do look at the aircraft closely because you will now see them bring about a change in formation. Flying in the lead in all formations is Surya Kiran 1. Flying right behind him is number 4, being followed by number 7. Surya Kiran 1, 4 and 7 form the spine of all formations. Please keep your gaze fixed on these aircraft to form a diamond in the sky. So let's hear him from his cockpit.
Time to go.
Now, I'm sure you remember that one aircraft had detached from the formation some time back. But looks like he couldn't stay away and is back with a bang. Please look to your left. Here comes number 7 with something thrilling in store. And he's flying upside down. Leader in all formations is number 2, Squadron Leader Jasdeep Singh. Number 6, Wing Commander Rajesh Kajla. And number 8, Squadron Leader Ankit Vashisht. In the next maneuver, you will see the aircraft pulling up towards the sky. And as they go up, they will change direction by 90 degrees to form the shape of the clover leaf, which is a symbol of hope, faith, and good luck. So please look to your right. Here they are presenting the clover. The aircraft that you see flying above are the Hawk Mark 132 Advanced Jet Trainer. And to present a 360-degree view of this aircraft, please look to your right as here comes number 8 aircraft flying less than 5 meters away from each other and rolling majestically in the sky. Please shift your gaze to your left as they present the barrel roll. Now time to hold on tight to your seats because you are in for a breathtaking surprise. There goes number 7 buzzing the skies at more than 800 kilometers per hour. Ladies and gentlemen, get set because this next maneuver is the team's signature maneuver. Please shift your gaze straight ahead as you will see the aircraft approaching you, and in a few moments they will go pulling up towards the sky as if living up to the motto of the Indian Air Force, touch the sky with glory. Here they are straight ahead and pulling up towards the sky. Because we are just getting started. The team will now commence their synchro maneuvers, in which we will bring the action much lower and closer to you. You will see the aircraft now split into smaller elements of 2, 3 and 5 and come towards you from various directions. For the very first synchro maneuver, please shift your gaze towards your left. Here comes number 8, closely followed by number 6. But also look towards your right because here comes number 9 with number 5 hot on his tail. These 4 aircraft will cross each other right in front of you to present the barbed wire cross. Let me tell you that this type of daredevil maneuvering is a result of rigorous training, hard work and skill. And to demonstrate this remarkable skill, precision and accuracy of our pilots, this next maneuver will have Squadron Leader Ankit Vashisht coming in from your right this time. But also look to your left because here comes Wing Commander Alan George to present the coolest high five in the sky. You from your right, and they will be forming the shape of the English letter A. And let me tell you that this A represents the mighty aerospace power that the Indian Air Force is today. So please shift your gaze towards your right. Who just crossed the Alpha and is presenting a loop. Maneuver, you will see 3 aircraft approaching you together. But do look closely because shortly one of these aircraft will start flying upside down. But don't worry, he has complete faith in his wingman to guide him in the sky even when flying inverted. So please look to your right, here they are. In the team's next maneuver, you will see 5 aircraft come closer to you, flying in formation. But as they get closer, 2 of the inner members will roll outwards and exchange position with the outer ones. Here comes the leader with his wingman from your right to present the rollbacks. And now please shift your gaze slightly towards your left as you will see 4 aircraft pulling up and roll majestically in the sky. They show us how our soldiers always have each other's back. This maneuver represents India's unity in diversity, and these 4 aircraft stand for the 4 pillars of unity, which are patriotism, empathy, truth and courage. ready, because in the next maneuver, you will see 3 aircraft flying level with 2 aircraft flying around them in circles, forming the shape of the DNA. And in our DNA, we store the core values of the Indian Air Force: mission, integrity, excellence. Please look to your left. Here's presenting the DNA maneuver. बचपन में आप सब ने लुक्का छुपी तो जरूर खेली होगी. But today, to play a unique game of hide and seek with our pilots, please scan the skies and try to guess the direction in which the aircraft will be coming in next. Well, look straight ahead. If you see one aircraft approaching, wave with one hand. And if you see 2 approaching, please wave with both hands. In the hidden split maneuver. It's now time to shift your gaze towards your right. You will see 5 aircraft coming towards you together. But on my count of 3, 2 and 1, they will roll together in the sky, presenting an aerial rock and roll. Here they are from your right. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, here we go! And there they go, pulling up towards the sky. But do look closely, because as they come down, they will twist in the air and soon spread out in different directions, showcasing the Su-30MKI burst. And that's the Su-30MKI burst. Next maneuver is going to be very special, because you will see our pilots turn into artists and draw a beautiful picture in Yelahanka sky. Dedicated to the audience present here at Aero India 2025. And that's our Cupid, Wing Commander Rajesh Rajam, throwing an arrow through the heart and spreading the love. नव किरण का रथ सजा है,
कली कुसुम से पथ सजा है, बादलों से अनुचरों ने स्वर्ण की पोशाक धारी, आ रही रवि की सवारी, आ रही रवि की सवारी।
Please do keep up the applause because here he comes right back to take a closer look at his audience. So please wave at him as he is also waving at you from his cockpit. And now, for the next maneuver, please shift your gaze straight ahead. You will see the team's aircraft approaching you together. But on the leader's call, they will spread out in the sky like the rays of the sun, living up to their name, the Su-30MKI. Here they are right ahead, proudly waving the tricolor in the sky. And let's hear the leader's call from his cockpit.
All the audience, blue skies and happy landing. Jai Hind!
You would have seen that these red aircraft with white stripes resemble the rays of the sun, living up to their name, the Su-30MKI. The aircraft of the Su-30MKI team are kept shining bright and always ready to rock and roll by our maintenance team, which is led by Wing Commander Abhimanyu Tyagi, Squadron Leader Sandeep Dhayal and Flight Lieutenant Manil Sharma. Well, you just saw how the aircraft have spread in the sky few moments ago. At the moment, they are all joining up together in the sky and getting ready for the next maneuver, in which all the 9 aircraft of the team will approach you together. You will see the aircraft approaching you in an arrowhead formation, depicting the lethality, ferociousness and precision of the Indian Air Force. And as they get closer and closer, one by one, each aircraft will be seen. The team is also a qualified flying instructor with more than 2,000 hours of flying experience on platforms like the Jaguar, Mirage 2000, Sukhoi 30 MKI and Tejas. Ladies and gentlemen, please look to your left. Here comes the Su-30MKI aerobatic team, proudly waving the tricolor in the sky to bid one final goodbye to the wonderful audience present here today. Please give them a huge... And that was an aerial salute by the Su-30MKI team for our wonderful audience present here today. We hope that you enjoyed this show as much as we enjoyed presenting it for you.
It's time now to get ready to witness the much-awaited Russian flying spectacle, the Su-57. The roar of this aircraft and its feat will definitely leave you in awe. And now a few words about our host, Indian Air Force Base, Air Force Station Yelahanka. The base was established in 1963 and was initially used to train pilots on Hurricanes and Spitfires. The airbase has grown in stature over the years and is now a premier flying training establishment of the Defence Forces. This base caters to training of pilots and navigators of the Air Force, Navy and Indian Coast Guard. The aircraft presently being used for flying training are Dornier 228, AN-32 and the Mi-17. Under the able leadership of Air Commodore Rohit Vijayadev, Vayu Sena Medal, Air Force Station Yelahanka continues to contribute immensely towards service to the nation. With the potential of Air Force Station Yelahanka and Bangalore city put together, this airbase emerges as a natural choice for hosting this.
As the aircraft line up for a takeoff, the roar of this aircraft and its feet will definitely leave you in awe. So fasten your seatbelt, sit back and enjoy as the magnificent machine dazzles the sky.
Yes, that was roaring in the air. The last aircraft you have seen was Russia's Sukhoi Su-57. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜೋರಾಗಿತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಸದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಗ್ಯಾಲರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡಕ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಅಷ್ಟು ಸದ್ದು ಜೋರಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ, ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಎಸ್, ಈಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಇದೆ, ನೋಡೋಣ ಆ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಏನು ಅಂತ.
The aircraft is now turning left to position for its first maneuver. Please notice how the pilot is pulling up while manipulating cars to achieve the desired parameter without any fear of surge or over temperature. That is carries out a left wing over to demonstrate a simulated weapon release. Evaluating all prototypes of fighter, manned and unmanned aircraft being developed by HAL. Please keep looking to your right as the aircraft accelerates to a speed of 400 knots and perform a few snap rolls right in front of you. The aircraft has been built by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited as a crucial training platform for the pilots transitioning from basic propeller-driven aircraft to advanced jet fighters. The aircraft is a testament to India's growing capabilities in indigenous aerospace design and manufacturing. The aircraft is highly agile and its advanced avionics makes the pilot's task convenient in maneuvering the aircraft, making it an ideal platform for advanced training in tactical flying, combat, weapon delivery and formation flying. And there you go, as the aircraft performs few rolls. Please notice how the pilot uses its agility to execute a high G turn to demonstrate I, Wing Commander Nidhi Sharma, on behalf of the commentary team consisting of Group Captain Animesh Bhargav, Wing Commander Jisha, Wing Commander Vikas Chaudhary, Squad Leader Himadri, Squad Leader Aishwarya V, Squad Leader Kusum, Squad Leader Shweta Priya and Sergeant Ashish Negi thank the August gathering for your cooperation and encouragement. Jai Hind.
Yes, ಎರಡನೇ ದಿವಸದ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಲೈವ್ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇವತ್ತು ಅನೇಕ ವಿಮಾನಗಳ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಇತ್ತು. The aircraft from all over the world, right from Sukhoi Su-57 and Sukhoi Su-30MKI, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವದೇಶಿ ನಿರ್ಮಿತ HAL ನಿರ್ಮಿತ ಹೆಲಿಕಾಪ್ಟರ್, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅಮೆರಿಕದ F-35 ಇವೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟರ್ಗಾಗಿ, ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಾಗಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ಸ್ಗಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಇತ್ತು. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾಳೆ ಕೂಡ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ, ಫಾರಿನ್ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ 12 ಗಂಟೆಯಿಂದ 2:30ವರೆಗೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಲೈವ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ 13 ಮತ್ತು 14 ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ 9:30ರಿಂದ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರಿಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ನ ಬುಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗೋಣ ನಾಳೆ 12 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ.
The publicity blitz and event management at this year's Kumbh is so overpowering that it is as if there has never been a Kumbh Mela before. Minimum governance, maximum publicity. Why is the BJP government reluctant to share the numbers of dead? Instead of showing real remorse, instead of showing accountability, the government's PR machine is going on and on and on. Is that sabka vikas? या कुछ खास लोगों के लिए विकास? ये सबका विकास नहीं है सर, कुछ खास लोगों के लिए विकास है.
श्रीमती सागरिका घोष. श्रीमती सागरिका जी.
Thank you, Vice Chairman, sir. Thank you, Vice Chairman, sir. On behalf of the All India Trinamool Congress, I rise to speak in response to the Honorable President's address. My comments are in no way directed to the Honorable President herself. I speak in opposition to the government. So I would like to quote these lines from the renowned Bengal writer and poet Sukumar Rai from the famous collection Abol Tabol, published in 1923. কেউ কি জানো সদাই কেন বোম্বাগড়ের রাজা, ছবির ফ্রেমে বাঁধিয়ে রাখে আমসত্ত্ব ভাজা, রানীর মাথায় অষ্টপ্রহর কেন বালিশ বাঁধা, পাউরুটিতে পেরেক ঠোকে কেন রানীর দাদা? Why is it that the Raja of Bombagor hangs mango pancakes in a painting, the Queen wears a pillow on her head, and the Queen's brother hammers nails into slices of bread? So this is a satirical poem. It shows a government disconnected from reality, totally disconnected. The citizen is forced to become a mute spectator, mutely watching the government's absurd drama. This is exactly what this government is about. This is a government disconnected from reality. This is a government that does not know how to tackle the catastrophe of unemployment, the crisis of price rise. This is a government that does not know how to tackle the challenge of security in Manipur. This is a government not guided by our great national motto, sir, Satyameva Jayate, let truth triumph. This government is not guided by Satyameva Jayate. Like the Raja of Bambagar, this government lives in an imagined reality. All it wants is media publicity and to set up a media narrative. This is precisely why India faces today an acute governance deficit. This government came to power with the slogan, minimum government, maximum governance. Instead, today, we have a government which is minimum governance, maximum publicity. Minimum governance, maximum publicity. I will give some examples of minimum governance, maximum publicity. So let us start with the Kumbh Mela, a classic example of minimum governance, maximum publicity. The publicity blitz and event management at this year's Kumbh is so overpowering that it is as if there has never been a Kumbh Mela before. I was a journalist, sir. I covered the Kumbh Mela in 2001 and 2013. Much less hype, much more orderly for crowd management, much better crowd management. This time there has been this tragic stampede. More and more evidence is emerging, sir. It's not just one stampede. There are 2 stampedes, maybe 3 stampedes. Investigative journalists are reporting far higher numbers of dead than the government is telling us. VIP culture at the Kumbh, many are saying, reporters are saying, is responsible for this. VIPs drove up to the ghats in their cars. They made the public walk. Routes were closed. Common pilgrims had to wait and became restless. Swami Anand Swarup Maharaj, president of the Shankaracharya Parishad, has raised these concerns as well. The government came to power saying it is ending VIP culture. Today, this is a government for the VIP, of the VIP, by the VIP. Sir, in contrast, the Gangashagar Mela in Bengal, 1 crore come every year, not a single incident. If a Kumbh Mela type stampede had happened in Bengal at the Gangashagar, God forbid, what would have happened, sir? There would have been at least a dozen fact-finding missions that had been sent within 48 hours to Bengal. Once again I say, sir. Minimum governance, maximum publicity. Why is the BJP government reluctant to share the numbers of dead? Instead of showing real remorse, instead of showing accountability, the government's PR machine is going on and on and on.